intent on protecting home court. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the pair inside. Murray and Harris, the guards. And it's Barton in at the small forward position. And LeBron James gets it to go. And the regular season officially begins. Most rookies around the league, Clark, will have their eyes wide open. I mean, wow, what an eye-opening experience to play with this speed, this talent. How nervous were you going back to that time in your life? How nervous were you on opening night?
Very nervous, really excited, but there were some butterflies that I had to work really hard at trying to get them to fly in formation because they were all over the place, Kevin. But ultimately, once you get out there and you break that first sweat or you get that first hit or bucket, then it simply becomes basketball. But prior to that, pregame meal, your nap before the game, the butterflies are doing their own thing.
Nuggets on D, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. James has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, and I think all credit goes to that being just good offense. I mean, those are the kind of shots they want, and they got them. Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Mike Malone. David?
Well, Kevin, they're going to keep it simple tonight. He wants to run everything through the low post. He told me physically we're the stronger team, and we need to use that strength to our benefit. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Murray. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket to the inside. Jokic. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And, you know, you look at Brandon Ingram, and he made some big steps last year in his development. And it takes time. You got to give young guys, I think, 4 to 6 years before you know how good they can be and who they're going to be. He took on more of the offensive load for the team and had some big-time games. I think he's learning to be the scorer that the team hoped he would be when they took him second overall.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
That one is off. And with Ingram, it hasn't all been smooth sailing as he becomes the scorer the team wants him to be.
But I think the potential is there, Kevin. He's shown you flashes now. The key is, can he improve his efficiency? And that just comes with shot selection, understanding where and how to get your best shot. You know, defenses are starting to make him a bullet point in the scouting report. Still, if you're a fan of his, I think you've got to love his potential, and I am a fan of his. I think this guy can be a lethal scorer.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
Jokic with the screen on Rondo. Murray kicks to Jokic. It's Barton on the wing. James covering. Here's Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Down low, outside for Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Harris. Murray against Rondo. Harris outside. Here's Jokic. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Jokic is such a developed offensive player. He's really good at taking advantage of these mid-range spots.
Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. Fade away. And that one comes up a bit short.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
For 3, Harris. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
They grabbed their own miss. The shot's good from McGee.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Millsap a screen. Murray against Rondo. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Rondo. Lays it in off the breakaway.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here's Jokic. Harris passes to Millsap. Back to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Over Caldwell Pope. The Nuggets with another miss. Los Angeles leading by 7. For 3, Ingram. They get the rebound. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
The Nuggets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Millsap a screen. Here's Barton. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nice job by Barton that time using the pick and roll. He's somebody that you can depend on to make solid decisions.
Murray against Rondo. He dishes it to LeBron. To the paint. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Barton against James. Murray, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Ingram. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And the length and wingspan of Brandon Ingram gives him, Clark, so many advantages on the court.
Yeah, it's actually what GMs and coaches like to see. His reach and size comparable to guys like KD and Giannis. Bothers shots on defense, and he can actually get his shot whenever he wants to. Because of his length, his upside as a player on both ends, I think, is what's exciting for the Lakers.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Denver Nuggets probably would have made the playoffs last year if their defense, Clark, had performed as well as their offense.
Well, simply put, dead last in opponent's field goal percentage. Very few teams with that stat ever make the playoffs. Some of it's perhaps scheme, but most of the time it's about attitude and effort and personnel. That's not going to get it done in the robust and tough West.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Harris outside. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over McGee, and that one's good. Jokic. Jokic has got 6 points. Los Angeles leading by 7. Rondo kicks to Ingram. Pass to LeBron. Back to Ingram. McGee is screen on Millsap. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. 4 on the clock. Over Harris, and Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Used to having a hand in his face, Caldwell Pope likes the challenge of making hard shots.
Murray against Rondo. Murray kicks to Harris. Pass to Millsap. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And I think this is where Millsap is most effective. Close to the rim, he has a commanding presence.
LeBron with it. Now guarded by Barton. LeBron passes to Ingram. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. He's got 7.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Lakers. Josh Hart comes in for Caldwell Pope, and Ball subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And a switcher also for Denver. Thomas is checked in. Millsap a screen. Thomas using the pick. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Millsap's got his second basket.
And, rebounding is about knowing where the ball is going as well as pursuing it. And I like seeing him hit the offensive glass and go right back up with it.
Now here's James. McGee sets the pick for Ingram. That shot off. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 7. Outside Thomas. In the corner, it's Harris. Millsap a screen. 6 to shoot. Harris kicks to Millsap. Over Ingram. Off the left rim and out. Lakers leading by 7. James dishes the ball. Here's Hart. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Harris. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Terrific instincts on defense. Harris has a good nose for the ball and when to go after steals.
The shot's good from McGee.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so here's Denver. After the basket by the Lakers. Got a piece of it. Here's James. Yep, that one goes. And now a 9-point Laker lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Thomas against Ball. Thomas kicks to Harris. Back to Thomas. Millsap a screen. And Thomas, here we go. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. Last season, he played outstanding, 9th in rebounding, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop.
Boy, Gary Harris so good at coming off screens, the right angle and right speed to get his shot.
Kuzma sets a screen. Now Beasley to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 7. And Kuzma puts it in. And the Lakers lead by 8.
Well, we know Luke Walton comes from the Warriors coaching system, was an assistant there prior to taking this Lakers position, and known for his sharpness as an offensive coach.
Now here's Thomas. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Plumlee with the screen. And here's Harris from the arc. No good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. And with the Lakers wanting to play more up-tempo, it makes sense to have Walton guide the ship.
Yeah, I agree with you because he's knowledgeable, played on some really good teams, championship caliber teams. I think as he grows as a coach and as this team grows together, they could be quite a group.
Here is Porter following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Plumlee with the screen. Harris passes to Plumlee, puts it up from 12. That one misses.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Miles with the screen. No coverage that time. And it's 8 points for Gary Harris.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Porter against Stevenson. Here's Hart. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Beasley the screen. Here's Stevenson. And again, it's the Lakers.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
The Nuggets trail by 11. Harris outside. Thomas. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Stevenson. Here are the Lakers with the ball. Here's Ball. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
Now here's Porter. Launches a three, and again Denver with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
To the wing on the left. To the middle. Here's Kuzma. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And the Lakers lead by 12.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. The Lakers on top, up by 12. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. The 5'9" Isaiah Thomas has made a career out of proving his doubters wrong.
Ever since I was a little boy, they always said, you're not going to be this good in high school. Then when I got to high school and played pretty well, they said, well, you're not going to do that good in college. And when I got to college, they said, well, the NBA, those guys are too big. They're too fast, too strong. The things you do in college won't work in the NBA. And I've just kept pushing ever since. I have a goal of mine, I want to be one of the best little guys to ever play the game.
Well, no question about it, Greg. Isaiah Thomas still plays with something to prove.
Definitely what drives him. I mean, hungry to show that he's a top player regardless of size.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Listen, early on taking the lead, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. The guards are Thomas and Harris. Miles out there with Plumlee, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, the drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far. Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. Here's Hart. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Beasley the screen. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 4 this quarter.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
Kuzma kicks the ball. Kuzma with it. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Over Porter. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
You know, we're over a year now into the Magic era of the Lakers front office, and Magic showed no hesitation shaking things up with trades, and I think he also did a solid job in the draft as well.
Here's Ball. Michael Porter making his last shot. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Got to give the defense credit. That was a great contest on a high percentage shot in the paint.
Shot's good by Lyles.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Hart the pass to Kuzma. Ball kicks to Hart. Kuzma sets a screen. Here's Hart, guarded by Harris. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot And if you're a pro,
Timeout.
you need to make that.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And, you know, it was clear early on that Kyle Kuzma is going to be a great scorer. He had no problem putting up big numbers in his rookie season. Many feel, and I'm with them, this is just the start. And he has plenty of upside in other areas of his game. This guy is all-star caliber in time.
And the Lakers with some changes. James checked in for Beasley. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Josh Hart. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Denver. And with Kuzma, he is so ahead of schedule as a scorer, Clark. He's had time to branch out this development.
Yeah, he's got a nice game offensively. Boy, he does a little bit of everything. Handles it, shoots it, can score with or without the ball. Even at the end of last season, I think he focused more on acting as a playmaker for others, which adds to his versatility. The sky's the limit for this guy, Kevin.
Thomas kicks to Porter. Right wing. Inside, stolen by Stevenson. Caldwell-Pope against Murray. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Yeah, that's just outstanding focus on these hard finishes. I mean, Caldwell-Pope fighting to score through contact and making it happen.
And Caldwell-Pope, the Georgia product, when he's on the floor, it's for his defense. Can give you a handful of points, but what he takes away with defense is far more significant. One of the better perimeter defenders since entering the league.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Trey Lyles.
One
and
shot,
it's
gentlemen.
Will Barton in for Isaiah Thomas. That free throw good from Caldwell-Pope. And with Caldwell-Pope in his defense, he can guard any type of perimeter player.
Yeah, I mean, has the long arms to bother small forwards and fast feet to stay with point guards. Really gives a lineup a lot of options in terms of matchups when he's on the floor. Great instincts on defense, and it's very hard to shake as he'll hound you through screens.
So it's Denver now. It's a 13-point game. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And he makes that one. 8 points for Jokic.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Barton. And stolen by Kuzma. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Rondo's got his second bucket tonight.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Kuzma against Millsap. Feeds it to Barton. Here's Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got 10.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
LeBron passes to Kuzma. And it's Rondo in the corner. Kuzma sets a screen. Caldwell-Pope outside. 5 on the clock. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 8 points for him.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
Millsap a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Millsap a screen. Murray for three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will torch you. Lethal from behind the arc.
Rondo kicks to LeBron. Over Porter. And again, it's the Lakers.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Denver calls timeout.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
And they know they're the better team and out to prove as much tonight. They split the season series a year ago, but they want to change that up now.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Los Angeles.
And even when the deep three has been there, they've stayed away from it. They're working hard to get shots from close range, resisting that urge to get too loose with their shot selection.
Now here's Barton. Millsap a screen. Murray against Rondo. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Over Rondo. Millsap trying to get open. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket for Murray. Clark, agility is such an important thing for players to have, obviously. When you look at the offensive end, knowing that agility has that upper value, who are some of the more elusive players you see in the game now?
Man, I don't think there's any more elusive player in the game than Steph Curry. I tell you, he's not the most athletic, he's not the fastest, but he is the slipperiest guy to try to keep a handle on. His ball handling, his shot making, his change of pace. I throw Kyrie Irving in there as well. Kemba Walker, diminutive in size, but boy, is he hard to keep corralled. And Lou Williams, one of my favorites. One of the great scorers, maybe one of the greatest scorers ever, under 6'2" in the league.
Some terrific names there. And Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns.
And for that game against the Kings, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
And the first one drops. And Michael Porter, he has the natural attributes of an elite scorer.
He's got incredibly deep range. You could see that all the way back in high school. Almost automatic from mid-range. And as he adds strength, he'll become a force inside as well.
And Porter drops them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
There's a screen. LeBron with it. Now guarded by Porter. McGee is screen on Jokic. Jokic with the steal. Lets it fly from 18. Porter, no luck. Los Angeles leading by 6. Inside, Ingram. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Here's Millsap, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
And Paul Millsap absolutely loves an unselfish style of play.
Well, he firmly believes that everything good starts with 5 guys willing to give up the basketball to get a better shot, going from good shot to better shot, and willing to get the open guy the ball. For Millsap, that's both fun to watch and fun to be part of.
And that one falls for Millsap. And the Denver Nuggets, you look at their improvement last year, Clark, especially on their home court.
Yeah, you know, they owned the NBA's 4th best home record last season, Kevin. Went 31-10. And, you know, some of it obviously is the altitude, but also when you've got younger players, they play better at home because they're not quite emotionally mature enough to be consistent on the road yet.
Now here's LeBron, 8 points for him. And here is Murray. Millsap sets the pick for Murray. Takes the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Murray's got 8 points.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
James kicks to Caldwell Pope. Here's the screen. The feed now to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Now here's Barton. Jokic is screened. Murray, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Boy, you look at Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He is a wonderful defender, and you really got to admire the way he positions himself to come up with these steals.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Well, Greg, you knew that the Laker front office and Magic were going to do everything they could to bring in big-name free agents, and they succeeded. They got the biggest name of them all in LeBron.
LeBron coming to L.A. completely shifts the mindset of this organization. Team was very busy the rest of the free agent period as well. Still made very aggressive plays as this is a team that is looking to win now.
Lonzo Ball is checked in for Los Angeles. And Denver also making a switch. Thomas checked in for Porter. The Nuggets trail by 10. Barton outside. Kicks to Millsap. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
LeBron James on the wing. Barton defending. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Barton throws it down.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. 4 on the shot clock. Launches it. Sinks the triple. Murray's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Caldwell Pope outside. There's 53 seconds left here in the second. Nice shot by James. LeBron's got 12 in the game.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Fires from 14. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
And last season, not a beat missed for KCP. Even after switching teams, he played his same brand of defense. Unfortunately, the lack of bite shooting the ball stayed the same as well. That's an area he's got to improve.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
Two shots.
First free throw is good.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. Denver also making some changes. Plumlee comes in for Jokic. And Trey Lyles subbed in for Paul Millsap. And Caldwell-Pope drops them both.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Plumlee with the screen. Thomas passes to Barton. Lyles a screen on Stevenson. Barton no luck.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And with Ingram, he can score from anywhere. His jump shot is money, and his drives to the hoop, they're lethal.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kentavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first half was all about Brandon Ingram. He ended up with 15 points and 4 rebounds. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. Got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Denver?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Rondo and Caldwell-Pope in the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's James in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Millsap sets the pick for Murray. Shot off the pick, and that's good for 2. Murray's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Nuggets. Lakers leading by 9. James outside, dishes it to Ingram. Back to LeBron. To the middle. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. McGee's got 10.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Down low, here's Millsap. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Paul Millsap, a 4-time All-Star in Atlanta. Greg, as we know, he missed most of last season after left wrist surgery.
A big loss after just signing that mega contract with the Nuggets. I mean, he's a lot older than most of their core, but a great fit in their front court and obviously one heck of a player.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. A lot of coaches out there, Clark, wear their emotions very prominently on their sleeve. Others take the calm, cool approach as a player. Was there a particular style that you preferred?
Yeah, my preference was cool, calm, be direct, be firm, but not necessarily overly emotional. And in my short stint with the Pacers, Jack McKinney was more of the cool and calm approach. He was excitable, but a little bit even-keeled. George was a little more emotional, but still, I enjoyed playing for both of them because I think I was clear in that they were trying to get the best out of me and the best out of the team.
Good way to look at it. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ingram.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And the D has no answer for Murray, just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
The pass to James. Barton with some nice D.
Well, he mistimed it just a skosh. Don't think the defense really had an impact. I think he just flat out missed it.
James against Barton. And again, no good by the Lakers. The Nuggets trail by 9. Murray outside. Millsap a screen on Rondo. Murray kicks to Barton. Millsap sets the pick for Barton. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them. And, you know, these second-round picks that sometimes emerge as outstanding players, Will Barton, a case in point. As a matter of fact, he can give you the handbook for being an outstanding second-round pick because he's really pretty good at just about everything you need to do on the basketball court.
And the Lakers making a change here. Hart's checked in.
1 shot, gentlemen.
And talking about Barton, you look at the body type, the game that he plays, Clark, well built for the modern era of pro basketball.
Yeah, especially since he's added some strength, Kevin. He can guard 1 through 3. You can't push him around as much as you once could. And, of course, this guy does not lack for confidence.
Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break. On the wing, Harris. 8 points for him. Murray kicks to Jokic. Clock at 6 for 3. Harris. A 3-pointer is right on target. Harris has got 11.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
On the wing, James. Back to Rondo. Here's Hart. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 5th assist in this one. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray from deep. Another 3 for Denver.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Yes, that goes in.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Pass to Jokic. A rebound by the Lakers. They've led by as many as 14 points. A floater, and the shot is good. Hart's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
Now here's Murray. He's got 18. Barton outside. Over James. They get it again. Millsap off target at the rim. Los Angeles leading by 7 to the paint. And the dunk by LeBron.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Here's Harris following the bucket by the Lakers. Down low, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Boy, he's become much more reliable at making those precise passes now. Harris solid at breaking down the defense in the pick and roll.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. James in the post. Barton defending. Basket counts. And that's 18 points for LeBron.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Now here's Murray. Harris outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Guys, when LeBron is scoring like this, as a defender, it's hard not to throw up your arms and say, I give up. Just so hard to slow him down.
Now, here's Millsap. 13 points in the game. This one, the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Lance Stevenson comes in for JaVale McGee. And Ball subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And that one falls for Paul Millsap.
This Denver Nuggets team was really superb offensively. 6th in the league in points. And they did it with a fun style to watch.
Now here's Kuzma. Shoots over Lyles. That one wide left.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Here's Thomas. Millsap sets the pick for Thomas. Shoots over Ball. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Thomas.
Boy, that's textbook working off the screen there by Thomas. Very unpredictable, but he knows exactly where he wants to go and takes what the defense gives him.
Ball with a wide open look. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Ball's got 9.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Harris kicks to Lyles. Harris, right side. And again, Denver with the triple.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
It's stolen by Lyles. They double him with Stevenson. Thomas gets a wide open look. And again, Denver with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And that one's good, James.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 9. Passes to Lyles. Plumlee with a screen on Ball. And stolen by Kuzma. An easy 2 points on the layup. And now a 4-point Laker lead.
You know, body him up all you want. It doesn't bother Kyle Kuzma. He's got great competitive spirit and skill.
And Plumlee kicks to Thomas. Lyles sets a screen for Thomas. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Ball with the bucket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here is Harris, following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Lyles sets a screen for Harris. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
The inside game of Harris continues to get better. He's effective at finding spots inside to score from.
Floats one up, and there's a nice layup by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 4 points this quarter.
Resplendent release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
Pass to Harris. Plumlee with the screen. Harris dishes to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
James, the pass to Kuzma. Offline with his 3. The Nuggets trail by 4. To the paint. Lyles kicks to Harris. And Ball comes to help. From deep, Thomas. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 6 assists in the game.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Hurt. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a look here at the shot chart for James.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
He misses the free throw. Lakers last season hoped to compete, but that wasn't the case, Clark, as we saw. They'll look to do better this season.
Well, you look at last season, end of the year, 11th in the West, learned about the direction they'll grow as a team, and played at a very high pace, and I can expect Showtime to be back in full swing this season and in the coming seasons.
Good on the second free throw. 1:27 left to play here in the third. Thomas kicks to Lyles. Lyles sets a screen for Porter. Plumlee with the screen. To the inside. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 22, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Ball, the pass to Stevenson. Kuzma sets a screen. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Nice D from Porter.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Harris, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Hart kicks to James. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Hart. And a switcher also for Denver. Murray's checked in for Gary Harris. Free throw good, LeBron.
And really no better leader in the NBA than LeBron. The closest thing to a player coach we've had in a long time.
Now, here's Lyons. He kicks to Murray. The pass to Thomas. Knocks it loose. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And Ball showing you nice activity on the defensive end there, Kevin. Causing problems because of that reach and the quick hands.
Outside Thomas. Shoots over Ball. Off target with that shot. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Lakers lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Lakers leading by 5. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Porter is out there with Trey Lyons. Then there's Plumlee. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And it's Murray in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer. Somebody who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the floor off the catch or dribble.
Here's LeBron. And stolen by Thomas. Kicks it to Porter. Back to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Porter passes to Lyles. For 3, Murray. It's rebounded by Stevenson.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Pass to Plumlee. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Lyles with the screen. Porter kicks to Thomas. From downtown, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. LeBron's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Denver also making some changes. Jokic comes in for Mason Plumlee. And Barton subbed in for Porter. Jokic against Kuzma. Floats one up, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 9.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
Here's Kuzma following the basket by Jokic. Count it.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Now here's Murray. Off the pick. And it's Murray with the jam.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
Lakers leading by 7. Caldwell Pope outside. Kuzma with a screen on Murray. Caldwell Pope passes the ball. Kuzma sets a screen. 5 to shoot. 8 feet away, and Ball puts it in.
Well, I tell you what, Ball doing a nice job using his size down in the post, rising up above his defender to get that one to go down.
Jokic's screen. Thomas against Ball. Back to Murray. Miles a screen on Caldwell Pope. Thomas against Ball. Jokic, no good. Lakers have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. And the shot goes down.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And you look at Lonzo Ball, and mostly his offense stands out. But you know what, Clark? He is a strong defensive player as well.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's got a nice combination, Kevin, of strength and length, which allows him to stay in front and disrupt opposing players. Really good instincts on and off the ball, which I think is why he's able to come up with blocks and steals from his position. I don't think he gets enough credit for how good he is at the defensive end.
Los Angeles making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, "We have got to get some shots." It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
To the left wing. McGee dishes the ball. Yep, it counts. Ball's got 11 in the second half.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Thomas. On target from 13 feet. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
That's an area of the court where Isaiah Thomas will kill you. He's a very good mid-range shooter.
Kuzma sets a screen. Ball against Thomas. Caldwell Pope right side. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Lonzo Ball. The Nuggets trail by 9. Passes it to Millsap. He kicks it to Murray. Jokic a screen. Puts up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists tonight.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Rondo against Thomas. Here's Kuzma, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Will Barton. And no doubt that the steal of the 2017 draft was Kyle Kuzma, taken 27th overall.
Hey, people get all hung up about where guys are drafted and how they end up playing either below or above their draft position. Hey, this thing is more art than science. We've seen it for decades. Guys fall, guys rise, and then production isn't commensurate with where they were drafted. Hey, more art than science. And Kuzma is a big-time baller. He just happened to be drafted later than he should have been.
No good on the free throw.
Kyle Kuzma is a guy who burst on the scene during his rookie year and is a fun player to watch. He's a guy that really has an outstanding all-around game.
Gary Harris, he's checked in for Thomas. Good on the second free throw. And the Denver Nuggets, this is a team, Clark, that's slowly building for the future.
46 wins last season, Kevin. The most they'd had in 5 years, coming up just 6 points short of making the playoffs. This is a team that's hungry, and they're starting to believe in themselves, too.
Now here's Barton. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, fatigue really a factor. You can see the heavy legs, and that's why he was wide open on that shot. The defender just couldn't get to him.
Here's Ingram after the basket by Will Barton. Buries the long-range jumper.
And when Ingram is left alone from deep, his eyes just light up. His shooting is just out of sight.
Jokic with the screen on Rondo. Here's Murray. McGee with the block. They retain possession. Great open look there. 18 points for Jokic. Los Angeles leading by 5. Outside Rondo. Takes the 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Millsap misses.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
The Nuggets trail by 8. To the middle. Here's Murray. Again, the Nuggets score.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Rondo kicks to Kuzma. No good that time. Barton with some nice D. Denver's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Outside for Millsap. Harris outside. Murray against Rondo. 4 on the shot clock. Murray the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Timeout.
Murray's got 6 assists now in the game.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength by Nikola Jokic.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
LeBron, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Los Angeles leading by 4. Now James. Barton with some nice D.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
From D. Thomas, another 3 for Denver.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
And the Lakers have possession. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's LeBron, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that's 31 points for LeBron.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Thomas passes to Millsap. Jokic a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by McGee. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Now here's Millsap. Fades. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And that's why Millsap has all those zeros at the end of his pay stub, fellas. Comfortable stepping up, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Here's Rondo. McGee a screen. James kicks to Ingram. Over Millsap. They get the rebound. Tries again. McGee dishes to Rondo. Back to McGee. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Barton outside. Murray the pass to Jokic. Millsap trying to get open. McGee with the block. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. And that one's good. Ingram.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Murray kicks to Jokic. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 8 rebounds in this game. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, and once he gets the switch turned on, Caldwell Pope is not going to be slowed down. He can heat up quickly.
Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 22 points for Jokic.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
1:07 left in the game. Murray against Rondo. Here's James. The pass to McGee. He's looking for James and finds him. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. James has got 35 in the game.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're behind by 9. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .50 seconds left in the game. Jokic, a putback, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
No messing around down there. Millsap gets good position on the glass, then stuffs it back with authority.
And yes, it's good.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Yeah, he's clicking right now, and at the right time, too, Greg. I mean, playing with a bunch of confidence in this fourth quarter.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. McGee inside. He's against Jokic. 2 points. That one goes.
And James is an all-around talent, a fantastic passer who actively looks to get his guys going.
Denver calls timeout. They trail by 9. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Porter. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
One shot.
Free throw good, Porter.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
Two.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
When Lance Stephenson is focused, he's very dangerous, has a ton of talent, good, strong physical body, athletic, versatile. He does a lot of good things out there.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And it's the Nuggets ball.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
Yep, this one's a wrap, partner.
James outside. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
And so the Lakers take the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better,